Greetings, my fellow gamers. 'Tis I, Wraith King, and welcome to the Dark Kingdom. I don't want this to be too bloated, but I want to be as passionate as I possibly can and sincere, because this game is more than a game. I spent a long time with this community, and because of that, I have a close relationship to them. Not just the community, but being a part of this game for so long has it's like being a part of just a group of friends. You develop with them, you grow up with them, and you learn things as well. And yes, this is just a game, but I've met people here, I've met developers, I've talked to people, and I've had such a wild ride with this game. I have made so many wonderful friends through this community. Some of them I still talk to, actually most all of them I still hang out with. You all still are in the comments. But I have made so many incredible friends, and I remember losing one as well. A very good friend of mine passed away, and I met him through 7 Nights. I remember that. That was... Still is hard thinking about that, but he will never be forgotten. And this game, this legacy, will be a part of that memory. All of you, all the incredible things all of you have done for me and this channel we've built together has just been nothing short of magical. And I think that is something that hopefully more people do end up seeing and listening to what I'm going to say, because it's rare, very rare. My experience that I've had here in 7 Nights. This is just a mobile game, but the community was massive. Live streams, there were not just regular dev live streams, I'm talking about like actual streams. So many YouTubers that played this game actively. One of them was a good friend of mine, and I think he was probably one of the most popular amongst the 7 Nights communities. 7 Nights Dreamer plays. He actually stopped playing the game, the second one, a little while ago, and he decided to take a break from YouTube. And he has always been another one of the cheerleaders for this channel. Such a great person. And T Bluemon, another YouTuber, he actually used to record himself playing 7 Nights a lot too, but he took a break and he wanted to move on to other things. But these were incredible people. I think him, T Bluemon, and Dreamer were the kings of this community. I'll be honest, like they are like just such amazing people, and I feel like that's not saying enough. Like T Bluemon is just this angel. Like that guy is a saint. Like he's so darn friendly, and the same goes for Dreamer. Like they're both just incredible people. And what really stands out is how friendly these people are. And what I told you guys, my experience was rare, and it is, because you're not gonna believe me. Like, I know none of you are gonna believe this, but I haven't experienced any toxicity out of this community. I can't recall, like, even going through my old videos, because I was curious, I couldn't find any negative comments. I don't remember anyone being cruel or rude to me or anyone, at least not that I've noticed. My experience with this community has been flawless. I think the only real problem I had was with myself, and I'll be getting into that in a minute. But this experience that I've had with this game it was more than just the game. It was all of you. like, I used to feel really uncomfortable with the world. I used to have this group of friends that I hung out with in high school, and I really did just think they were just the best people out there. There was no one else like them. Because I came from this environment before I met them, where I just felt like everyone was out to get me. I did not appreciate myself. I was humbled by the world, if I could just sum it up into a few words here. But when I met them, it just made everything feel better. It made me feel like I belonged somewhere when I met all of them. But after I left high school and moved to adulthood, started getting a job, I couldn't really talk to them as much as I used to, because they were all doing the same thing I was doing. They were all out trying to progress their lives, and they still are all my friends, don't get me wrong. It's just that we're so far apart. I didn't really have them, and I felt like I was going back into that state where I felt like before I met them. I felt like the world was out to get me again. I just didn't feel like I belonged. And forgive me for even including this, but I am a mixed man. I am a African-American man, but I'm mixed with a lot of other ethnicities as well. I have Caucasian in me, Native American, but it's dominantly African-American and Native American that I have in me. But because of this, I stick out like a sore thumb. I don't look like your average guy, and because of that, when I was a kid, I used to be almost hated by all sides of this spectrum. I'm trying to put it as easily as I can, because I know YouTube is gonna lose its mind if I use the other word, but I wasn't treated equally is what I'm trying to say. I never felt like I belonged anywhere. I felt alien, and because of that, I myself just became a bad person. But I felt like I was going down that path again, and then I started playing Seven Nights, because it's a game just to get my mind off of things. And then I started meeting all these people, and you guys can hear it in my voice. Like, I was down in the dumps. Like in my first video, one of them, I was just really depressed. Like, most of the time, I just wasn't feeling up for it when I uploaded those videos, and you guys can really hear it in my voice. But once I met all these people, I felt like I was opening up again. And you trust me, you can see the transformation. Like, just watch my videos one after the other. I'm not, shameless plugins aside, I'm just trying to say, you will see how I changed mentally. Like, I felt like I was getting cured in a way, because I was interacting with all of you, and it made me feel better. It made me feel a lot better. I was suffering from loneliness at the time, and it just made me feel like I belonged. And thank you. I mean it. For years, it just felt like I was sidelined in a way. I felt like I was always being thrown under the bus. No one really noticed me. I just felt like I was always at the end of the line. But when I started making these videos, and when that one just popped off the way it did, and I think it's still like one of my most viewed videos, my Dellen's review. And it's funny how the review for my favorite character in the game is the most popular one on the channel. That's awesome. But yeah, I remember how ecstatic I was to see my video explode like that, and to see so many people talk and reply and share their opinions on the character and just have conversations with me. It made me feel respected in a way. It made me feel happy about myself. And for so long, I just never really felt that way. aside from the time, of course, I spent with my friends in high school, I never felt so appreciated. And I can't thank you all enough for continuously, like, some of you still watch my goofy videos to this day. You have made this old man really happy. Really, you have. You all have been a light in my life. And this is not goodbye. I'm still going to be here. I'm still going to be making my silly reviews, my Sanji moments. There's going to be new ones eventually in the future. There's going to be so many of them. We're going to have a good time together till the very end. But yeah, this community has been flawless. Now, there is this time it was actually kind of funny, and this was my fault. I was young at the time. I think this had to have been like, what? It wasn't too much younger, though. I can't be throwing my age out there like, oh, I was much younger than I am now. No. I'll rephrase that. I was inexperienced. And I wasn't the same guy I am today. And what happened was, just to summarize it shortly, I had created this design for a character. And I posted it. It was a character essentially for 7 Nights. Sorry about the long pauses, by the way. Like I said, I didn't write any of this. When I posted this, it was forever ago. It was long after what I'm about to tell you happened. And I tagged 7 Nights in. I posted it. I think I posted it even on my Twitter. And I posted here on my channel as well. And I think I even made a video about it. But anyway, I had posted this. And then months after I have created this design, I see a character in 7 Nights that looks almost exactly like him. At least, and no, it was not even a little bit. It looked a lot like him. The concept and everything, and even down to some of his features and all that, it really did look like him. So I was like, oh, maybe they saw my idea and they put it in the game. So I started to look through some of my business emails and see if any of them tried to contact me or anything like that. Or I checked my social medias and stuff to see if any of them said anything about it. Not a single person said anything. And of course I was like, well, did they take my idea without telling me? So obviously I got angry, and I got too angry. I got to the point where it was kind of funny, actually, now that I think about it again, but I should not have gotten that angry. I was very upset that I had this idea and that they would just take it without giving me any bit of credit. I just felt so very irritated. And even if they did or didn't, what I should have done is I should have approached that a bit more professionally. Even to this very day, I still regret it. But despite me feeling how I did about myself, how I felt so unprofessional in making that video, I'm not kidding. All of you rushed to my rescue. All of you were concerned and were truthfully trying to help me figure out what was happening. And this is when Dreamer really started to show his face in my community. He made this entire list of things I could do. It might still be in the comments. I gotta look for it somewhere, but there was this huge list of things he had laid out for me to do. Whether it be legally, he gave me contacts, he gave me all of that stuff to see if we could figure out what exactly happened. But the end of the whole concept of what he was showing me is I would have to do something legally. And of course I was like, nah, I'm gonna lose that either way, because they're a corporation and I'm just one dude. But all of you rushed to my rescue despite me being so unprofessional at the moment. And it was just so kind of you. Really. You all were just so nice. And of course there was gonna be somebody that was heckling me in the comments. But some of these people I never saw in the streams before. I never seen them in my comment section. I don't even remember seeing them on Dreamer's channel. Like, there were just these people that I think were there for the drama and were just there to heckle at someone being angry. Honestly, I've never seen them ever on my channel before, so I don't really consider them a part of the community. And not even on my channel. Like I said, I've never seen these people before in the comments, and they were just being rude to be rude. And I ignored that for the most part, at least from what I remember. I wouldn't be surprised if I did reply, because like I said, I was furious. But despite me being so angry, all of you were just so nice. You all have been flawless. And I can't say it enough. Really, thank you. Thank you so much for rushing to my rescue, even during that time where I believe I was in the wrong. I shouldn't have gotten that angry. You all were there to be my heroes. No, we never did get an answer. Never did get any type of response. But you know what? I'm glad I got a response from all of you. And thank you. Thank you so much. There is so much else that happened with that story, but in short, I ended up just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna forget it. I'm not going to waste any more of my time or energy on this. If they did take my idea, I just gave it to God and said, you know what, hey, if they took my idea, this is on them. This is their fault. They took someone's idea. If not, whatever. I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna leave this in the ditch and leave this in a ditch and just bury it. And that's what I did. I just left it behind me and moved on with making my videos, and I continued to have fun with all of you. And my channel just went right back to normal. Like, we all started making videos again and having a good time, laughing. And then I decided to just stop playing Seven Nights because I was just bored of it. Eventually, I just ended up getting really bored of the game. But I was addicted to all of you. I think what really kept me playing this game, and see, the funny thing is, my channel didn't really go anywhere. Still hasn't, at least not now. It was just me being addicted to making these videos and then talking to all of you. Seeing your reactions. Seeing all those people watch my video and enjoy it the way they do. That is what really, really made this so addicting for me. I've never made a cent off of this channel, by the way. I don't monetize my videos. When I did, I just pressed the button because my mom said, go ahead, do it, why not? See if you could get something off of that. So I did monetize them for a while, and I might go back to doing that again, actually, if I haven't already. I think I might have already pressed the monetize button, but anyway, moving on. I just did this channel because you guys made me feel better during my times of darkness. You were my light. This game introduced me to a whole new group of friends in the thousands. Thank you so much for all you've done for me on this channel. Thank you for building this wonderful community that we have here in the Dark Kingdom. Thank you so much for being here with me. And this Dark Kingdom is gonna continue to grow. Absolutely, we're not gonna stop here. This channel is going to continue to grow, and we're still gonna be making videos. We're still gonna be having those laughs. Sanji moments won't stop. But really, I think the only thing I can really say to all of you is, I love you all. Thank you so much. Now, this is where the video starts to get a little bit long. I actually had this idea to make some bullet points because I wanted to talk about multiple things concerning Seven Nights, not just me complimenting you guys for like an hour. Although I know you'd probably like that. I wanted to talk about where I would like the game to go next. And this could make a whole new video in itself, but I think it's only natural that we bring up how, like, what would we want from another Seven Nights game. And me personally, I see a lot of these great RPG games released, and Seven Nights, of course, was a great one, excellent. But I see all these RPG games where they allow me to create my own character. And then I came up with this idea of what if in the next Seven Nights video game, this is a pitch, free pitch for you guys. Netmarble, if you're watching, take this is for free. What if we could be our own knight, or at least something similar to it? We know the Seven Nights, we're aware of them, but we have a similar power to them. And we can use one of them, or probably follow, better idea, be like a close friend to one of them, or a follower, or what's the word I'm looking for? Like, they could be our mentor in a way, or our master, and we learn from them, and they give us maybe their weapon, or they or the certain style that they use. Let's say you might pick Rudy. You could be someone who uses a sword and a shield. Maybe you could pick Aline. You can use a spear and a sword. That kind of concept. And you could create your own character in this universe. But here's the cool part. You could either be evil or you could be good. You could pursue the power of destruction like Dellins did, or you could pursue to protect the world like Rudy did. I thought this concept was so cool because it puts you as the player in this universe, so you could be like a primary antagonist or protagonist. You could affect it into a way that would move the story in your own way. Something that you want to do with the universe. Maybe you want to be best friends with Rudy. You want to get to know Rudy better. You can do that in the game. Or you could do what the whole point of this entire conversation, this whole point is the romance. That's it. You guys got me. I want to romance Aline. You got me. That's why I came up with this. But really, I had this idea, what if you had that type of interaction with these characters in the game? What if you could interject yourself into their life as a friend or family member? Or like I said, maybe something more. Maybe you could be a lover. Maybe it could be something like that. Just to be a part of this universe as your own character, who you are as a person. You could be a part of this universe and create your own incredibly powerful knight. Of course, you can't be one of the Seven Knights because there's 7 of them, but something similar to it. You have that power, and you could affect the story in a way that would make you similar to the Knights, and you could affect the universe in your own way. I just thought that concept was so cool. Maybe that could be something more on the lines of a AAA game if they ever did it, but I just think that concept is so cool. If we could be our own knight, you could, like, just imagine how many cool scythes you could use if you took Dellins as your mentor. There's so many legendary scythes or whatever. It's just the whole concept of different weapons that you could find throughout the world, different rare weapons, and like I said, legendary, and seeing all the cool different skins that they have, the cool abilities that those weapons would have. Oh, that sounds so cool. I love that concept. Now, I don't really like MMO games. I'll be honest. If there was going to be a game like this, what I would have appreciated is if they made it to where instead of everybody's just running around, you see this massive hub world with a bunch of people running all over the place. One thing I really did appreciate about, I know this is probably not going to be anything like Seven Nights, but just using this as an example, one thing I appreciated about Cyberpunk is the fact that, yes, it's an RPG game, but it was just you and the world. And Cyberpunk, as far as I understand, they were going to throw in multiplayer later, but what I like about that is there's always the option just to play by yourself. And the same goes for Elden Ring. I think this is actually a better example. You can just play by yourself, or you could play with friends. You can play in the PvP, or you could just have your friends explore with you throughout the world. But there's always that option just to play completely by yourself and not have to worry about seeing all these people running all over the place and doing silly things. I really like that concept, and if they were going to do something similar to Elden Ring, where it is kind of an MMO, where you can play with other players, but you can also have the option to turn all that off, where it's just you and the story and the other characters. It's just you and the campaign. I love that concept. If they are going to make an RPG game like that, please, Netmarble, have it to where we just can turn off all the people running around in the lobby, or people running around all around us, following us throughout the open world. If you guys are going to do something like that, make it to where we can just shut off the multiplayer, because that would mean a whole lot. But yeah, that is essentially the idea I have for another Seven Nights game. But what would all of you do? I'm so very curious. What would you do if you could make your own Seven Nights game? This is one of my ideas, but I am so curious to see what all of you think. Really, let me know in the comments. I might even make a full video about it like I used to. I did that with T-Booman. He came up with the idea of the Dark Knights. The whole concept of that was really cool, so we talked about that forever. And just everything that you guys have as far as an idea is concerned, just leave it in the comments. I am so curious what you would do if you could make another Seven Nights game. This video is already getting super long. I'm sorry, but I have a lot to say. But yeah, that idea I had is something that I've been seeing in a lot of games. It isn't just Elden Ring. Like, I'm seeing a lot of games, RPG games, come up with the idea of, you know, just making your own character, because that's your role-playing, right? The whole concept of that is it's you. Like, the main character, Evan in Seven Nights, was essentially supposed to be us. That's kind of who he was. He was the main character. He was us. So, instead of it just being Evan, because Evan is his own character. He's not me. And he's not you. He's his own character, and who he is an incredible character. Him and Karen are these protagonists that have been an incredible part of the story, but they're not us. And I just have this idea of putting ourselves into the game to where we can affect the universe in our own special way. And it's just an idea that I have. What do you guys think? But yeah, that's where I think, where I would want Seven Nights to go. But I'm curious what all of you think. Moving on from there, though, I'm still going to be making videos on this channel. I am. This is not the end of Wraith King at all. As you guys can see, I already stopped playing Seven Nights a little while ago, and recently I actually tried to make a new channel because I thought that YouTube was not recommending my videos. Not entirely the case. There is a problem with my channel, absolutely, and why not anyone is seeing it. It's my name. That's the problem. My name is associated with many things. Like the Wraith King in itself is associated with the Dota character, but not only that, but there's loads of Wraith Kings. All of these imposters think that they could overtake me, overthrow me. No, there is only one Wraith King. But really, It's my name, and I've been thinking about changing that for a while now. The only reason I haven't is I just didn't want to confuse all of you. I didn't want you guys to come back to this channel and say, who the heck is this guy? I've never seen him before. What's his name? What? But yes, I am probably going to change my name. But if I do, I'm going to make sure I take my time with it. I want all of you to know that I have changed my name. But it's going to be something, trust me. No one has this name. What I'm thinking of, no one has. And I have looked, trust me. No one has this name. But until then, I will see you all again very, very soon. And hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, leave a like, comment. I meant every last word I said in this video. I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting me the way you have, and I will miss this game. But you know what? I have a feeling we're going to be seeing more Seven Nights again in the future, whether it be in the form that I mentioned, or maybe something you guys can come up with. Just leave it in the comments. I want to know your ideas. I'm so curious. But until next time, take it easy for me, and please do have a blessed day. Bye.